Hello and welcome to ATLArtStudio. In this video, I'll be showing you how to draw a hyper-realistic eye step by step. Let's get started. For this tutorial, I'll be drawing on a sketchbook that I bought on Amazon. It got some pretty good quality paper and I really recommend it. And to draw, I'll be using Faber-Castell 9000 graphite pencils. Everything will be linked down in the description. You can go ahead and pause here if you want to draw the reference. First, start by using an AB pencil to shade the pupil of the eye. Do not blend it, make it nice and dark. In fact, if you have a darker grade of pencil like a 9B or 10, that would be even better. Darken the outline of the iris, and now using a 3B pencil, give it a nice base shade. You can blend this using a soft dry brush or a blending stump. Once you complete that, you can go ahead and clean the edges, and using your 8B pencil, once again, add a dark shade at the border of the iris, and blend it using a blending stump or a soft dry brush, whichever one you have or works best for you. Now, I'm going to go ahead and darken this part here with the 8B pencil, and blend it together with the lighter part so that it nicely transitions. I'm going to add these small dots and ovals to create realism in the iris. Please learn from my mistakes here. I did do this a bit too far down, so I erased it and redid it. I also did make sure to add smaller dots this time as well. Just remember that all of the art supplies in this video will be linked down in the description. Now draw these lines in the iris to add some detail there, and once you complete that, we're going to add highlights using a pencil eraser, mono 0 eraser, or really whatever eraser you have works here. Create these lines and make this kind of texture. Next, I drew the reflections of the eyelashes there and added some more detail to the iris using the pencil eraser and an 8B pencil. If you are enjoying the video so far, go ahead and leave a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel. And as you can see now, it's beginning to look a lot more realistic and 3D. Alright, moving on, I used a jelly roll pen to draw the highlights here in the reflection of the eye. Be careful doing this and try to do it in between all of the eyelashes, and if needed, go ahead and redraw them. I did do something a little weird here, so later I went back and fixed it. Using the jelly roll pen, I added more little highlights to the iris to create that kind of 3D effect. Now, once I have completed that, I'm going to draw the eyelashes using an 8B pencil. Now, once again, to learn from my mistakes, here I drew way too many, so I ended up erasing it and retried until I got the desired look. This is my third attempt here. It might take many attempts to get it right, perfect it, but overall take your time on this part. It is very hard to do, and this right here is somewhat of the desired look you should go for. Now moving on, using a 3B pencil to shade the upper eyelid here, then blending it using a soft dry brush and adding highlights using any eraser. After that, here I used a jelly roll pen to add small highlights like dots, lines, and other things to create more realism on the eyelashes and upper eyelid. You can take your time doing this, and also be sure to keep it pretty random. After that, I went back and added these lines in the iris once more to finish it off. This is going to help with that 3D effect and overall making it look like more of a eye. Also adding the final touches here with the jelly roll pen and 8B pencil. After that, I used a 2H pencil to draw this section in the eye. If you do not have a 2H pencil, you can use a B or an HB pencil and draw with that very lightly. After that, I finished off this dark part here using an 8B pencil, then blend it using a soft dry brush and the blending stump. I then added highlights using a pencil eraser and my ordinary eraser, and finishing up the touches and reflections using the jelly roll. And once you have completed that, finally I'm going to use a B pencil to add a base shade to the lower eyelid. A technique I like to use is I would go over it once in one direction and turn the page around so it kind of overlaps. This will allow for a very smooth shade. After that, draw the lower eyelashes using an 8B pencil. Be sure it is very sharp so you get lots of detail and precision in there. I added some highlights here, and right after that you can go ahead and add some veins in the eye to add more detail. Do be sure to add many random branches, as to say, to each vein. You can do this all using a B or HB pencil. Also be sure to make this very sharp. After adding the final touches, going back to the lower eyelid, I tried to add a skin texture by using a jelly roll pen, but that unfortunately failed. So I then tried to do it using my pencil eraser, and that also did not work. I covered it back up and just ended up adding some lines and highlights to kind of create that skin kind of texture. Next, we're going to shade the top eyelid using a combination of a 3B pencil for the base shade, blend that, and after that using a 8B pencil for the closer shade, darker shades to the eye. Also blend this all together using a soft dry brush so it is nice and smooth. Also be sure to blend it and add highlights using a highlighter pen or a jelly roll pen. Be sure to keep this very random, add lines, dots to create reflections and skin textures. After that, I was trying to add kind of more rough skin kind of texture using my pencil eraser and blending stump. I also tried doing the exact same thing down here on the bottom eyelid, kind of using a cross-hatching method and blending over it so it is not too strong. Also add some more reflections and skin details with the jelly roll pen on the bottom as well. Also in the lower eyelashes, and this is optional, you can add some details in the skin if you like to using the 8B pencil, and then blending over that so it's not too strong. After adding the final touches, I finally cleaned up the edges of the drawing because it got very dirty. You can do this using just any ordinary eraser. Here I used a kneaded eraser. After that, as always, be sure to add your signature and the date, and we are done this drawing. If you have made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have, go ahead, drop a like, and be sure to subscribe to my channel for more content like this. Go ahead, check out this video here where I show you how to draw a dash on step by step. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in my next video.